Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It is Thursday morning today, and Leather Bag Lady weather report. You would think it was 100 degrees out there. The blue sky is just gorgeous, but it isn't. It's going to get up to 6 today, so end of November weather, just as crazy as it has been all year. Anyway, today's bag is a real daily driver. It is a bag that I had in the shed. I don't know how long I've had it. I was cleaning out various times this year. As you know, if you follow me, when Pius moved into this little house of mine, we needed to clear everything out. And then when we were getting ready to spray foam, we needed to clear everything out. So the shed got another little clear out. And plus, I was trying to clean out my office a little bit, which I still haven't managed to get my backside into, but I will. I will. I think it's just, I got to go out first thing in the morning and turn the heater on and then give it an hour or so to warm up. So, anyway, so today's bag is a bag I have had, like I said, for I really don't know how long. It is a very simple daily driver. This is for sure a daily driver. It's got two great front pockets that are on a little bit of an angle, which is kind of brilliant because when you have this over your shoulder, you're on an angle. So somebody had their brain working. Dark blue leather and vinyl. So this bag does have some vinyl elements. The strap is vinyl. The glazing is perfect on the strap. I don't think this bag has been used. And the gusset panel is vinyl. Again, perfect. There's no corner wear. There's no nothing. The only place where there is a tiny little bit of glazing cracking is right here. And I really only saw it because the light hit it the right way. But you know me, I want to tell you everything. So inside the bag, I mean, there's no wear at all. There's your Wilson's leather. There is a zipper pouch. And as I just showed you, a really teeny weeny phone pouch, which kind of dates it early 2000s. And it's just a great bag. I mean, it does scream vintage. It just does. But it's, like I said, it's practical. It's going to be something you're going to be able to use and any time of the year. And just, just a little, I don't know, it kind of poses a question, I think. What is that? Almost because it's modern enough to not scream. I will show you something in a minute that screams vintage. But this just, I mean, it looks vintage, but you're like, It's like my little car. When I'm driving down the street in my little car, they took the Echo badges off it. They didn't take the Toyota badges off it. But people are like, what is that? So that's kind of how I feel about this. So yesterday we had a quiet day. Pi started to feel a little bit more pain yesterday, and he was exhausted yesterday. He actually got through to the surgeon by accident. Somebody gave him his cell phone number or something. So we got to speak to the main man, and he basically told Pius to just go to Shoppers, get some gauze, and take all the bandaging off, and we could rebandage it ourselves, which we did. I'm not sure what good of a job we did because I thought I had gauze here that was much bigger than I actually had. So we'll see. We'll see. Pius has, I can't remember when his physio appointment is. Next Wednesday, I think. Not sure. So I'm sure they'll attend to it in some degree there, albeit that they did say they don't redress anything. So I'm not sure. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. There are some very steri strips that are right on the little incisions. It is only 3 incisions, 1, 2, and 3. But there was this gauze stuff. When I was a very young kid, 5 or 6 years old, I had a problem with ingrown toenails. And I had my toes done 8 times, a quarter off, half off, the whole thing off. And finally, they took the whole nail off for it not to grow back. So I had one done in the UK and one done in Canada. So I would have been probably I'm going to say I would have been between 6 and 10. I'm not sure. I was older than 6, so maybe between 7 and 10. And I had to go, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And they put this huge big needle right in the area of, like, if you've ever had an ingrown toenail, the one corner of your toe gets very, very puffy and full of poison, and it is very painful. So they stuck this huge big needle in there. That was number one trauma. And I'm okay with needles today, which is surprising. But I said to Pies last night, I said, if you want me to take that steri strip off, I can't. I said, because when I had my toe done, they didn't soak it. They didn't ease the gauze off it or anything like that. Can you imagine your nail has been taken off? That is a fairly good size raw open wound, which they put gauze over top of and then just ripped it off. And I will never be able to do that for anybody. I can barely do it for myself when it's necessary. So, yeah, I'm not sure who's going to do that part. I think I'll be sitting them in the shower for an hour until it comes off itself. That's how I manage any bandage taking off or anything like that. The exterior stuff I did no problem, but my honey's a toughie, so he's a tough little scrappy guy, so he should be okay. Anyway, yesterday I went and picked up I went to see a couple of bags from Marketplace. One of which was fake. And, it's so funny. I think most people don't realize, but some do. And this little lady yesterday, she knew it wasn't real and thought she could, I could just tell. Because when I said to her, this isn't authentic, and she went, oh, usually they're like, oh, really? And no, she didn't make a big enough deal out of it for me to believe her. But anyway, I didn't take the bag. But the other one, wait till you see this. Is that not something else? So, did find out this morning there's a little bit of damage. This lacing had come out. So I have put a lace in it. Not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of it yet. But, yeah, I'm keeping this one. Just thought I'd tease you a little bit. It weighs a ton, I will say. So, but this is actually, I cleaned it this morning. And I'm actually going to be using this as a bit of an educational piece. The way they have attached things is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at this system. So I'm going to be studying this bag a bit because this strap is essentially what I want to do with the belts when that time comes. And it is just too good of a template. But isn't it amazing? I'm not even going to tell you what I paid for it because you'll punch me through the screen. But yeah, lady bought it at an auction. Never used it because it was too heavy for her. And she was quite a petite, older lady. And she was cleaning out her house. Unfortunately, her husband had passed away. So her daughters were putting all her stuff on Marketplace. It must have been something that had been ongoing because there's no way after 3 weeks I would be clearing out my parents' home if God forbid anything had happened to either one of them. So anyway, that is a bit of an heirloom piece. So I'm hoping that I can make it work with all the crap that I carry. Um, but yeah, I will, even if I do sell it at some point, I will be keeping that to just give me a little bit of guidance on how to use my belts to start making the straps that I want to make. So that was yesterday. We went for a little walk yesterday. I ended up spending some money. We went to the mall. There was a store in there. I mean, the clothes were all really cheap, 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 but everything was $10. So I bought a bit of a sack dress. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're usually made out of linen. This was not linen, it's cotton. But they're all like different heights and almost looks like a paper bag at the bottom. And they're very expensive dresses. So everything in this store was $10. So I bought the dress. It's a little snug. So hopefully, like, no, I could wear it, but I don't feel 100% comfortable in it. And then I bought a jacket, kind of lumberjack, flannel and denim. Really kind of cool. $10. So I thought, well, I can't pass that up. I bought some track pants for my client. I always usually buy them a little something. My male client doesn't need anything. He's got more money than he ever knows what to do with. But my other client, she is, she doesn't have a penny to her name pretty well. So I always pick up something for her. and and that is about it. We came home, we had pizza. I purchased pizzas from the store, good old President's Choice, and we had a small pizza. And Pius is really off. His appetite is really not what it normally is at all. He didn't love the pizza to start with, but he couldn't finish it, which is not like Pius. And my pizza was just pepperoni, and it was really pretty good. And I offered him my last piece, and nope, he didn't want it. So that was that. So we didn't really do anything after that. Pius just needed to get out of the house. We walked around the mall. As I said, Santa waved at us, called me a hoe, and and that was about it. So today I've got the dentist. It was supposed to be right now, but they moved my appointment to 12, just a cleaning, but it's been a long time. So I've had so much hassle with going to the dentist. I have problematic teeth. So I've had so many root canals that I just didn't want to see the inside of another dentist office for a while, and it's been a couple of years. So they will have their hands full. I've got a broken tooth that broke after my last visit, so it'll be interesting to see what they say about that. It doesn't bother me. It's been over a year and a half. I do not want any, all of a sudden, I've got these huge procedures that I have to have. It is not, it's not infected. The only thing that I think could possibly happen is there are a little couple of peaks of tooth. It is a tooth that was root canaled. So at no point was it an open piece of gum, or I don't understand that, to be honest. But I had it done in the February and the end of May, just right before I met Pius. It broke off. I was eating a piece of steak and it broke off, and it was quite sharp for a while, but it's been, like I said, a year and a half. So, it doesn't bother me. I've gotten used to it not being there, so I don't want them, telling me I need, a $2,000 implant or something like that. I'm just not interested in that. I've got about 5 or 6 crowns that I still need to get. And that's something I'm not, there's no money in the budget for that either. So, and it's so ridiculous because here in Canada, they consider the root canal a insurance worthy procedure, but they don't cover the crown. They say the crown is cosmetic, which is absolute garbage, because if you don't crown the tooth is essentially dead. And that's what's happened with this one. It dries and cracks. So now you've got no tooth. So how is that cosmetic? All you're doing is preventing that from happening with putting a crown on after you've had a root canal. I don't get it, but who am I? I'm just a person who has experienced the bullshit, but I know nothing, right? So, anyway. Well, have a great rest of the day, everybody. I will, what's tomorrow? Friday. Yeah, I'm not doing anything Friday. Fridays mix me up now because normally I would be with my clients, but I shortened my week with them because I actually gave my notice to the company, but there was nobody to take my place. So I don't want to leave my clients in the lurch. So we've changed some things up a little bit until they find somebody. And I think I put out a shout out for any rec therapists in my area who wanted either a little bit of a side hustle or just wanted some part-time work to contact Jackson Services because then they are desperate for rec therapists. They really are. So anyway, everybody, have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.